Okay, good morning class. So yesterday we were doing the successive increment and decrement part. So we will continue that today. So we have I think we have seen the three type of questions. Okay. Now understand some more part like in the percentage. Suppose I am saying a number is decreased by 20%. Now the number becomes, suppose they are saying that 800. A number is decreased by 20%, now the number becomes 800. Suppose this is a question, simple statement is given. So when we are saying number is decreased by 20%, now the number becomes 800. That means some original number was there. You have decreased 20% out of that number, and now the number becomes 800. So understand here, one part is very important. See, the number in itself is 100%. When you are decreasing 20% of number, that means now the number becomes 80%. And this is equal to 800 because now the number is becoming 800. Now you can find out any value from here. The 100% you can find out. 100% is equal to 1000 from here. So this is the simplest thing which like they are asking in the examination. This kind of statement also they are giving in the examination. So we have to be very careful. Okay, another type of question which is coming in the examination is, suppose a question is like this. A student gets 30% marks. A student gets 30% marks in an examination and he failed the examination. He failed the examination by 20 marks. What is the question? A student gets 30% marks in an examination. A student is getting 30% marks in the examination and he failed the examination by 20 marks. He failed the examination by 20 marks. In the same exam, another student gets 40% marks, and he passed the exam. He passed the exam by 10 marks. By 10 marks. What is the question? A student gets 30% marks in an examination and he failed the exam or examination. He failed the examination by 20 marks. That means he is getting 30% marks, but still he failed the examination by 20 marks. In the same exam, another student is getting 40% marks and he passed the examination by 10 marks. Now they can ask the question, what is the passing marks? What is total marks? Anything they can ask in the exam. What is passing marks? What is total marks? Anything they can ask in the exam. What is passing marks? What is total marks? Anything they can ask in the examination. Okay, so how to solve such problem? Try to understand here. Suppose this line is, I'm just explaining the question first. Once I explain, you can simply find out without pen and pencil also. But first I need to explain it, how to solve this type of problem. See, suppose this line which I have made, this is showing the total marks. And somewhere here is a passing marks. Now we have to interpret the statement, or always understand, every subject has its own language. And if you interpret that language, you are able to find out the answer. For example, history has its own language. What is the meaning of colonial era? What is the meaning of, like, so many things are there. Like geography has their own language, what is the meaning of insolation, like rainfall, they are not saying, they are saying precipitations. So every like a subject has their own language, and we have to learn that language to understand the subject in a better way. Are you getting my point or not? So similarly, mathematics has its own language. If you understand the language, it's become very easy to interpret the math problem. The question is, a student is getting 30% marks and he failed the examination by 20 marks. What is the meaning of this? If suppose I say any student failed the examination by 2 marks, that means if he would have got 2 more marks, he would have been passed the examination or not? So similarly, after 30%, if the student has get 20 more marks, he would have been passed the examination or not? So same logic we can say, if this is passing marks and suppose this is 30% marks, so this student required 20 more marks to pass the exam or not? This student required 20 more marks to pass the examination because he is failed by 20 marks. That means he is getting 20 marks less than the passing marks. Now second case, another student got 40% marks and he passed the examination by 10 marks. That means he is getting 10 marks more than passing marks or not? He is getting 10 marks more than passing marks. That means the 40% marks is simply 10 marks more than passing marks. 10 marks more than passing marks. Now, if you see here, from here to here, this is 10%. This is 10%. If I have to move from 30% to 40%, this is simply the 10% we required. And in term of number, we required 30 marks. We required 30 marks. See, this to this, we can say the area or like the line, this is 10% and this is 30 marks. And both are showing the same thing. So from here we can say that 10% is equal to 30 marks. So 100% is equal to 300 marks. That means total marks is 300. Total marks is 300. Total marks is 300. Total marks is 300. Now when we get the total marks, now we have to find out the passing marks. How we can find out the passing marks? We will find out 30%. 10% of 300 is 30. 30% of 300 is 90. And we have to add 20 marks to reach the passing marks. That means total passing marks is 110. Total passing marks is 110. So this is a simple question which they are asking in the examination. So we have to be very careful with this. I hope this is clear to everyone. Any doubt you can ask, otherwise we will move forward. Okay, I have given one I have given one question in the previous class. I will take it up, don't worry. Okay. Now this is the one type of question which we have discussed. Now suppose another statement, some statement I am taking that will help you to interpret the question. Suppose I am saying, okay, let me take one question. numbers are 20% and 30% less than third number respectively. Two numbers are 20% and 30% less than third number respectively. Then find out first number is how much percent more than second number. Two numbers are 20% and 30% less than third number respectively. Then find out the first number is how much percent more than second number. So like whatever we have discussed till now, let's take one by one everything. The first thing is, what is the question? The question is percent of more. So one thing we are very sure, whenever percent of more they are giving, that means they are asking about the percent of change. And percent of change always equal to final value minus initial value upon initial value into 100. This we know that. Now, what is the final value and initial value? The first number is how much percent more than second number. So second more than second number, that means second number is your initial value and first number is your final value. This we have interpreted. Now, what is the question? Do we have first number and second number? They are not given directly, they have given with respect to third number. They have given with respect to third number. So yesterday I told you a golden rule. Whenever every data in the question are given in the percentage, when every data in the question are given in the percentage and final answer also they are asking in the percentage, then instead of x we will assume total value, whatever we are going to assume x, instead of that we will assume equal to 100. We are going to assume that is equal to 100. So if generally if I ask you what you will assume, we will assume that let's third number barabar x, or third number is equal to x, or third number is equal to p, n, anything we are going to assume. So instead of x, what we will assume? We will assume third number is equal to 100. So the first step is the third number is equal to 100. Now what will happen? The first number is 20% less than third number. So one by one 20% less. Now if you remember, if you have listen carefully last two classes, today class become very easy. What is the question? The first number is 20% less than third number. So 20% less, so 20% of this is 20, less means minus, we will subtract, that means this number become 80. That means this number become 80. Okay, like one student is asking, please explain once more, sir. I think she is asking about the previous question. I got very late comment. Okay, I will take it up. Don't worry, I will take it up. I will take some more example so that it's become clear to you. I'm not sure, like I'm getting very late reply. So I just got I need to explain it more. Now I'm in this question. So understand this. Don't worry, I will take it up. I will take it up. So third number is equal to 100. The first number become 80. And what about second number? The second number is 30% less than third number. So this is 30% less. So 30% less means what? 30 less, because 30% of 100 is 30. Now second number become 70. Second number become 70. Now what is the question? The question is, we have to find out percent of change. And we have just interpreted the second number is 80 and first number is 70. And we know that the second number is an initial value and first number is a final value. First, okay, we have written just reverse. First number is 80 and second number is 70. Sorry. First number is 80 and second number is 70. Now we know that the second number is the initial value and first number is a final value. First number is a final value. We can just put in this format. What will happen? Final value is first number 80 minus 70 upon 70 into 100. This simply gives us 10 upon 7, 1 by 7 into 100. If you solve, this will come as 14 2 by 8%. 14 2 by 8%. So we have just used whatever we have learned in last two class. What was the question? Two number are 20% and 30% less than third number. So two number are 20 and 30% less than third number. So I told you, when everything is given in the percentage, final answer they are asking in the percentage, without any hesitation, you can assume your quantity is equal to 100 instead of X. So if we have to solve this problem, we have to assume the third number. So generally we will assume third number is equal to X. So I told you, instead of X, assume third number is equal to 100. You assume 100, the first number is 20% less. 20% less means we have to find out 20% of that number and we have to subtract that. We have found it out 20%, that is equal to 20, subtracted, it's become 80. The second number is 30% less. 30% of this is 30, 30% less means this becomes 70. Now first number is 80, second number is 70. Now from the final statement, what we have to do? We have to simply find out the percent of change and we can just put the value and we got the answer. Okay? Now, one favorite type of question of UPSC, that question is like this. In a village population, 60% are male and rest are female. And rest are female. 40% of male are literate and 30% of female are literate. In a village population, 60% are male and rest are female. 40% of the male are literate and 30% of the female are literate. Female are literate. Fine? Now they can ask multiple questions on this. The first question is, female literate are what percent of male literate? Female literate are what percent of male literate? Second, male illiterate are how much percent more than female illiterate? I am repeating the question. The question is, in a village population, please explain how to determine final value and initial value. Okay. अब क्या बताऊं मैं इसमें? I don't have any words to tell how to find out the final value and initial value. I can just say that you can go and see the previous two classes. Otherwise, समझ रहे हो आप ना? मतलब I will be here only. Like I will not able to reach anywhere, because if you're asking the same question, last two classes I am explaining what is final value, what is initial value, how to find out that, and still if you have a problem, तो फिर मैंने आपसे पहले भी बोला, if anything you have, just before starting the class, let me know, I will take it up. But in between the class, when I am taking final value and initial value, you are again asking, please explain how to find out the final value and initial value. So I don't have any words now. I can only suggest you, sir, just go and see the previous 2 classes. That will help you. There is a question from Khushbu Kumari. The question is very good. I will take it up. This is a little bit higher difficulty side. So just give me some time. Let me explain first the concepts. Then I will take it up. This question is under the, we will take generally in the mixture part, or I will take here, don't worry. I will take it up. That question I will take it up. In a village population, 60% are male and rest are female. This is the question. This is the favorite type of question of UPSC. They have asked many times this kind of question. 40% of the male are literate and 30% of the female are literate. This is what we have given. Village population, 60% male, rest are female. That means 40% are female. Out of total male, 40% of the male are literate and 30% of the female are literate. The first question is, female literate are what percent of male literate? The first question. Second question is, male illiterate, not literate, illiterate are how much percent more than female illiterate? Male illiterate are how much percent more than female illiterate? Now, we will go one by one. The first thing, in a village population, 60, we have to generally make a chart in this case. So, if you see, every data is given in the percentage and final answer is also they are asking in the percentage. Final answer also they are asking in the percentage and every data is given in the percentage. Every data is given in the percentage. So generally in such case what we will do, we will take total value is equal to 100. So if total value is equal to 100, that means total population is equal to 100. So what happened? How much male are there? 60 male are there and 40 female are there. Why 60 male? Because 60% of the total population are male and 40% of total population are female. So we can say that 60 male are there and 40 female are there. Now what else is given? 40% of the male are literate. That means out of this, 40% male are literate. So what is 40% of this? 40% of this become 24. Then if 24 are literate, that means 36 become illiterate or not? Literate and illiterate. Similarly, in case of female, 30% of the female are literate. 30% of this become 9. They are literate and illiterate become 31 become illiterate. Okay, this is the chart. Now we have all the data. Okay, I'm not sure whether this is, this is visible. This is visible this side. Okay, 100, I think we have to shift little bit this side. Then it's become, is visible properly. Okay. नहीं चल रहा है, but I'm not sure like whether it's visible or not because. Okay, I hope this is visible to everyone. Now total population was 100. Out of that 60% are male, so we have taken 60 male and 40 female. 60 male, 40 female. Out of this 60 male, 40% of the male are literate. So out of this 60, 40% means 10% of this 60 is 6, 40% become 24. Then out of 60, 24 are literate, that means 36 are illiterate. Similarly, we have find out for the female also, 30% of the female are literate. Okay, just a minute, I have taken the wrong data. This 12 become literate because 30%, 10% become 4, 30% become 12. And this become 28. 28 become illiterate. Just a calculation mistake. Just a calculation mistake. Okay. Now the question is, female literate at what percent of male literate? If you remember the first class, X is what percent of Y? I have told two statements. X is how much percent more than Y? When we are saying more than or less than Y, we will go for the percent of change, that is equal to final value minus initial value upon initial value into 100. But when we are going for the X is what percent of Y, that means no more, no less. So in this case, if we are talking about X is what percent of Y, so simple meaning is X upon Y into 100. So female literate are what percent of male literate? That means female literate are what percent of male literate into 100 or not? Female literate are what percent of male literate into 100? No more or no less, nothing is given like this. So simply female literate upon male literate into 100. Female literate are 12. Female literate are 12. I hope this is visible, this side. 12. Male literate are 24. Male literate are 24 into 100. This will give us 50%. This will give us 50%. The answer of the first question is 50%. Now second part. Male literate are how much percent more than female literate? Now we can find out, we have every data, sorry, male illiterate. So male illiterate are 36 and female illiterate are 28. That means the question become 36 is how much percent more than 28? 36 is how much percent more than 28? So simply we can apply this, become the final value, this become the initial value. So final value minus initial value, this will give us 8. 8 upon 28 into 100, and you can find out the answer. 8 upon 28 into 100. %28.56%. 28.56%. Calculation part you can check. I am more worried about the concept part. This is the random question which I have taken. Take your time. If you have any doubt, you can ask me right now. If you have any doubt, you can ask right now. Then we will move forward. If you have any doubt, you can ask right now. Otherwise, I am going to solve the next problem. Any doubt, anything you want to ask, you can ask. Otherwise, we will move forward. See, the statement, question statement, already we know. We have discussed in the last two classes what is the meaning of these two statements. Then I told you when everything is given in the percentage, just take total value is equal to 100. So we have taken total population as 100, and whatever question is saying that just perform accordingly and you will find out your answer. And you will find out your answer. Okay. Second part not clear. The second part was male. The male illiterate was the male illiterate is how much percent more than female illiterate. So we have just seen how much what is the male illiterate? Male illiterate was 36 and female illiterate was 28. So the question is how much percent more? So we know that what is the meaning of percent more? When all are in percentage, then the answer of second question should be 8%. What is the meaning of all are in percentage? Then the answer of second will be 8%. I'm confused about this. Let me check again. I think the data was 36 and 28. The simple question was 36 is how much percent more than 28. 36 is how much percent more than 28. So simply we can say 36 minus 28 upon 28 into 100. If we solve this thing, this will become 8 upon 28 into 100, 4 2 ja 8, 2 upon 7 into 100, and when you solve 2 upon 7 into 100, this will come as 28.56%. The question was male illiterate is how much percent more than female illiterate. So male illiterate was 36, female illiterate was 28, and simply we can apply this and we can find out the answer. One student is asking, sir, when all are in percentage, then the answer of second question, I'm not able to connect your point, like what is the meaning of all are in percentage? That is fine. Every data was given in the percentage. So how this is connected with the 8%? Just explain that so that I'm able to clear your doubt. I think we have PPTs. We have, just open here. Now we are going to solve the previous year problems. Okay, just a minute. We are going to solve the previous year problems. Just a minute. Question number 23rd. Question number 23rd. The question is, in a class, 60% of the students are from India and 50% students are girls. If 30% of the Indian students are girls, then what percent of foreign students are boys? See, the same type of question, they have just confused along with the statement. Because a statement look confusing, just try to solve this, then I will take it up. Question number 23rd. The 23rd question is, in a class, 60% of the students are from India and 50% students are girls. If 30% of the Indian students are girls, then what percent of foreign students are boys? Just try to solve this question. Again, the final question is, what percent of foreign students are boys? What percent of Y is equal to X? I have told you, like there are two statements. Okay. We can say two statements. First is, X is what percent of Y, the first statement, and second statement it can be what percent of Y is X. Both are same statement. Already we have discussed these two statements. What X is what percent of Y, that also meaning is X upon Y into 100. Or what percent of Y is X, so this also meaning is X upon Y into 100. So just go by the final statement. Just go by the final statement of this question. The final statement is, what percent of foreign students are boys? That means what percent of foreign students are boys? What percent of Y is X? What percent of Y is X? So this is a simple thing. We have to just interpret the statement and we have to solve the question. Okay. Now how to approach this question? I told you, when everything is given in the percentage and final answer is also given in the percentage, always take total value is equal to 100. So we will take total student as 100. Total student as 100. Now what is the question? 60% of the students are from India. That means 60 students are from India. And it's look like 40 are foreigner student. 40 are foreigner students from the foreign. Okay. Now, and 50% of the students are girls. Now another statement are given. That means out of this 100, 50 are girls. If 50 are girls, that means 50 are boys. Now two statements are there. One is regarding their gender, girls and boys. Another one is regarding their nationality, Indian or foreign student. So we have interpreted these two statements. Now second part is given, the 30% of the Indian students are girls. So 30% of Indian students are girls. That means 30% of these are 18. 30% of this are 18 or not? 30% of this are 18. So total number of girls are 50. Out of this 50, 18 are Indian. That means rest are foreigner. So how many foreigner are there? 32 girls are foreigner or not? 32 girls are foreigner. And how many boys are foreigner? That means 8 boys are foreigner. 8 boys are foreigner. Is this making sense or not? Is this making sense or not? If anybody have doubt, ask the question here. What was the question? We have taken total student as 100. Out of that, 60% are Indians. So we have taken 60 as Indian and 40 as foreigner. The second statement was given regarding their nationality, that 50% are girls. That means 50 girls are there and 50 boys are there. This is what we have. Now, this 50 girls contain both Indian and foreign student. Now, what is given here? It is given here as 30% of the Indians are girls. So, 30% means 18 are girls. So, out of 50, if 18 girls are there, so remaining girls are from where? Remaining girls are from the foreign or not? Remaining girls are from foreign. So how many foreign girls students are there? 32 girls students are there, foreigner. and boys are 8. Boys are 8. Now we have all the data. Now what is the question? The question is, what percent of foreign students are boys? What percent of foreign students are boys? So I told you, boys upon foreign student into 100. So how many boys are there? 8 boys are there. How many foreign students are there? 40 into 100. The answer will be 20%. The answer will be 20%. This is CSAT 2021 question. If you understand all the concept which we have taken, you can easily solve this question. Ask me if you have any doubt here. Ask me if you have any doubt here. Question number 23rd. If you have any doubt, you can ask right now. This is favorite kind of question of UPSC. They have asked many times such questions. If you have a doubt, you can ask right now. Everything was given. We have to just find out the answer. And we know the final statement. What is the meaning of final statement? And then we can solve it very easily. Okay. Now try question number 21. Try question number 21. Try question number 21. The question is, P score 40 marks more than Q in an examination. If Q scored 10% less marks than P, then how much did Q score? Same question they have asked in 2020 and 21 both here. Same question they have asked, and if you see, they are asking very basic question of percentage, the conceptual question of percentage, and if you understand it, you can easily solve it. You can easily solve it. P score 40 marks more than Q. See, there are two persons, Q and P. The question is saying that P score 40 marks more than Q. That means the marks of P is 40 marks more than P. And see, like if I say, you have 10 rupees more than me. You have, this statement can be said in two ways. The first way is, if I am saying, you have 10 rupees more than me. What is the meaning of this? The meaning of this is, if I have 100 rupees, you have 110 rupees. If I have 100 rupees, you have 110 rupees. Or I can say, I have 10 rupees less than you. I have 10 rupees less than you. Both statements are same or not? One statement is, you have 10 rupees more than me. Or I can say, I have 10 rupees less than you. Both statements are same, because if I have 100 rupees, you have 110 rupees. Or if I'm saying I have 10 rupees less than you, that again meaning is same. That means, if I'm saying P get 40 marks more than Q, that also means that Q is 40 marks less than P or not? Q is 40 marks less than P. Now, what is the question? If Q is scored 10% less marks than P, so Q is scoring 10% less mark. That means if he is scoring 100%, he is scoring 90%. Because Q is 10% less than P. Q is 10% less than P. Are you getting my point or not? Q is 10% less than P. So if P is scoring 100%, Q is scoring 90%. Now the question is over. It's very simple. I told you if P has 40 marks more than Q, so I can say that Q has 40 marks less than P. Q has 40 marks less than P, and Q is scoring 10% less marks than P. That means I can say that this 10% of P marks, this 10% of P marks should be equal to 40 marks or not? Both should be equal or not? Because one statement is saying Q is 40 marks less than P. Another statement is saying Q is 10% less marks than P. Q is 10% less marks than P. Both are symbolizing same thing. One is given in the number, one is given in the percentage. One is given in the number and one is given in the percentage. So that means this 10% is equal to 40. So 100% is equal to 100% of P marks is equal to 400. That means this is 400. This will be 360. Now what is the question? Accordingly you can answer. The question is, then how much did Q score? So how much Q score? Q score 360 marks. Q score 360 marks. So be careful. The answer will be 360. Most of the student will marks 400, but that is the P marks. So accordingly you can answer. Any doubt you can ask. Otherwise we will move to the next problem. If you have a doubt you can ask. Please ask if you have a doubt. And this is again 2021 question, 2021 का है. So you can see that the question are not difficult, but yes, is a bit tricky, little bit tricky. You have to clear the concept, then only you are able to solve it. Okay, then question number 20. Solve question number 20. Solve question number 20. Solve question number 20. If the price of an article is decreased by 20% and then the new price is increased by 25%, then what is the change in the price? What is the change in the price? A simple question of successive increment or decrement. A simple question of successive increment and decrement. Again, the logic is same. What is given to you? Every data is given in percentage. Final answer is also they are asking in the percentage. What we will do? We will take total value as 100. First, it is decreased by 20%. It is decreased by 20%. Yes. So when it is decreased by 20%, this become 80. This become 80. This become 80. Now then it is increased by 25%. So now 25% increment. 25% simple meaning is 20% plus 5%, or we have different way to find out. 20% of this number, 10% become 8, 20% become 16, 10% become 8, 5% become 4, that means 20 increment. This again become 100, anything was 100, now the same thing again become 100, that means total increment or decrement of 0%. So what will be the answer? The answer will be A, and we have done so many things in the successive increment or decrement on the same logic. We have done successive increment or decrement on the same logic. You can apply the AB formula also. Minus 20 plus 25 plus 20 into minus 20, sorry, minus 20 into plus 25 upon 100. So this will come as 5. This will come as minus because minus sign was here. So this become plus 5 minus 5. This will come as 0. This will come as 0. So answer will be 0. And you can see this is 2021 question, which you can solve very easily if you understand the yesterday class. If you understand the yesterday class, you can easily understand the concept. You can easily answer the question. You can easily answer the question. Question number 17. Question number 17. Question number 17 is, in an examination, A has scored 20 marks more than B. If B has scored 5% less marks than A, then how much B scored? Same type of question which we have just taken. Same type of question. Just try to answer. It's a simple one. Now this is 2019. So same kind of logic, same kind of thing they are asking. If you are okay with the percentage, you can simply answer. We can do it without pen and pencil also. A scored 20% more marks than B. That means we can say that B scored 20% less marks than A. And if B scored 5% less, that means 5% of A marks is equal to 20. So 10% of A marks is equal to 40, 100% is equal to 400. What the question? The question is, how much B score? So B score 380. Just like previous question, we can just simply solve this. Just like previous question, we can simply solve this problem. Just like previous question, we can simply solve this problem. Now try question number 16. Try question number 16. A little bit lengthy one, but always remember, whenever UPSC give a lengthy question, that solution will be very simple. The solution will be very simple. The question is, all member of a club went to Mumbai and stay in a hotel. On the first day, 80% went for shopping and 50% went for sightseeing. And 50% went for sightseeing. Whereas 10% took rest in the hotel. 10% took rest in the hotel. Which of the following conclusion can be drawn from the above data? Just try question number 16. Okay, this is a bit of Venn diagram, we can say. So when I will teach Venn diagram, you can solve in a better way, because this is more or less like, or you can solve it, we will do it, don't worry. But when I will teach Venn diagram, this will become more easy. This will become easier than right now whatever knowledge we have, but you can try it. We will solve it, don't worry. Okay, what is the question? In all member of a club went to Mumbai and stay in a hotel. On the first day, so suppose total is 100. On the first day, we have just taken question number 17. Just a previous one, same logic, same question, that's why I have not taken. I have just explained, I think question number 21, that is exactly same. Here 5% is given, there 10% was given. So exact same data was there. That's why I have not taken like question number 17. Just check the previous one and you will find out the solution. Just check the previous one and you will. But I am going very slowly. I am going very slowly. I am not actually, I have just explained the question number, I think 21 or which one. The same question was there. The question number 21, and that's why 17th question I have just taken like that. Because if you understand question number 21, you can solve question number 17 also. And regarding slowly, I have generally I will take one class to complete the percentage. In your class, because of your queries, I have taken the 3 classes. I am taking the 3 classes to complete the percentage. Otherwise, max to max 3 hours is more than sufficient to complete the previous, I think 1 or 2 classes I have taken. If I go to the previous year batch or Hindi medium batch I have just completed, I have taken I think 2 classes to complete the percentage. In your class, because of your queries itself, because you guys are asking the same thing, so I thought that you guys are not like your maths is weak, that's why I have taken 3 classes, or probably if it's required I will take 1 more class to complete the percentage. So just the logic is why I have skipped the question number 17, because already I have taken question number 21, which is exactly same as question number 17, only the data was changed. Here 5%, there 10% was given. Other things are exactly same. Even we are getting the same answer almost. So just go and see the question number 21. That's why I am going little fast in question number 17. Otherwise, I am going very slowly in each and every question and giving you time also. Question number 16. The question is, all member of a club went to Mumbai and stayed in a hotel. On the first day, 80% went for shopping. That means out of this 100, 80 went for shopping. And 50% went for sightseeing. That means out of this, 50 went for sightseeing. And again it is given that 10% took rest in the hotel. That means out of 100, 10 took rest. That means only 90% are either going for shopping or going for sightseeing. 10 is not going anywhere. 10 is not going anywhere. I am repeating, out of 100, 80 are going for shopping, 50 are going for sightseeing, and 10 are not going anywhere. That means only 90% are going either shopping or sightseeing. But if you see that only 90% are there, they are going for shopping and sightseeing. But if you add these two values, total become how much? Total become 130. But only 90% was there, and total 130 are going for shopping and sightseeing. That means one thing is very clear, some people are going for both. Then only this is possible. Then only this is possible. Because here if I add both the value, this will come as 130. If I add both the value, this will come as 130. This will come as 130. But only 90% are there. That means some overlapping are there. Some overlapping are there. That means out of 90, some are going for shopping as well as sightseeing also. Some are going for shopping and sightseeing both. And how many are there? See, total become 130, but only 90% are there. That means out of this 130, 40% are there which are going for both shopping and sightseeing. Then only this is possible. Because when you add both become 130, but only 90% are there. So if I subtract, that means there are 40% which are going for both, shopping as well as sightseeing. Please tell me, if you have any doubt, ask me right now. If you have any doubt, ask me right now. If you have any doubt, out of 100, 10 is not going for anywhere. That means only 90 are going. Some are going for shopping, some are going for sightseeing. But if I add both the value, both become 130. So when both become 130, so when total are 90, it cannot be 130. That means the logic is saying that some are going for both. Some are going for shopping as well as sightseeing. How we can find out that value? If I subtract out of 130, if I subtract 90, this become 40. This become 40. And then what is this 40? That means 40% are there which are going for both. Then only this is possible, that total become 130. If you have a doubt, you can ask right now. Please be fast, ask your doubt. Then find out the second statement. 20% member went for only shopping. How to find out only shopping member? You can think of total shopping member are 80 and 40 are going for both shopping as well as sightseeing. So how many are there who are going for only shopping? We can find out. How we can find out? Out of 80 shopping, 40 are going for both shopping as well as sightseeing. So that means 40 are there which are only going for shopping. 40% are there which are only going for shopping. So that means out of 100, 40 are going for shopping. That means it should be 40%. So statement number 1, 40% member went for shopping as well as sightseeing. That is correct. But statement number 2, that is 20% member went for shopping, that is wrong. That is wrong. Second statement is wrong. First statement is okay. 80 plus 50 not clear. Okay, just think about some simple example. Forgot about this thing. Suppose in your family 5 members are there. Suppose in your family 5 members are there. Okay? One day you guys think that, okay, we will go for shopping as well as zoo also. But your father has some work, so your father denied, okay, I'm not going anywhere. So how many members are going? Your father is not going, so only 4 members are going for shopping, and suppose they are going zoo or sightseeing, anything you can think. Suppose they are going for shopping and zoo. They have decided in the morning hour we will go for shopping, and in the evening hour we will go for zoo. Morning hour we will go for shopping, and evening hour we will go for zoo. So out of 4 members, suppose 3 members went for shopping. 3 members went for shopping and 2 members went for zoo because they are exhausted in the shopping. So only 2 members went for zoo. Now understand here. Total members were only 4. But 3 went for shopping and 2 went for zoo. How this is possible? Because total should be 4 or not. But here, if you see, total is coming as 5 or not? Total is coming as 5. That means there is some person who went for shopping as well as went for zoo also. Then only is possible. Otherwise, if 4 members are there, how this is possible that total become 5 here? Because total 4 members are there. That means some members are there who went for shopping in the morning as well as who went for zoo in the evening. Are you getting my point or not? And how to find out? If we add this, total member is coming as 5. So that means 5 members went for shopping as well as zoo. But if total members are 4, that means if I subtract both the value 5 minus 4, that means I can say that one person is there who went for shopping as well as zoo also. Then only, that's why if I count individually, the total become 5. But individual members are only 4. So that means one member is there who went for both shopping as well as zoo. And how to find that one member? We know that total is 4. And here if I add individually, this become 5. That means one member is going in the shopping as well as zoo in both the places. Shopping and zoo in both the places. Same logic I have applied here. Out of 100, 10 is not going anywhere. That means total 90 members are there. But if you count individually, what will happen? 80 are going for shopping and 50 are going for sightseeing. That means this is only possible if suppose it is given that the member who is going for shopping, they are not going for sightseeing. That means if 80 went for shopping, only 10 members will be left for sightseeing or not? Because total 80 plus 10 become 90. But here 50 are going for sightseeing. That means one thing is clear. Some member who went for shopping also went for sightseeing. Some member who went for shopping also went for sightseeing. And how to find out that? Now total this become individual person become 130, but only 90% are there. Same logic here. So we can say that 40% are there who are going for shopping as well as sightseeing both. 40% are going in both the places. So this is the first thing. And out of 80, 40 are going for both. That means 40 are only going for shopping. 40 are only going for shopping. I hope now this is clear, Kalpana and Abhishek. I hope this is clear now, Kalpana and Abhishek. This is UPSC 2019. When I will take Venn diagram, this will become more clear to you guys. But for now, you can understand like this. If you have a doubt, you can ask. If you have a doubt, you can ask right now. Fine. Okay. Now question number 15. Question number 15. See, when you guys are asking a genuine question, genuine means like I have explained anything, suppose in the previous 2 classes. And if you ask me again the same question, so either you will ask starting of the class when I ask you, like in the starting of the class, whatever doubt you have in the previous class, you can ask, then nobody is asking any question. And when I start taking the questions, and if suppose I am saying final value, initial value, or x is what percent of y, then you guys start asking the question. So that means you are not revising it. The simple meaning is this, you are not revising it properly. Otherwise you would have, or you are not serious. Otherwise you would have been asked in the starting of the class. Because I have given you this choice, if you have any doubt, you can ask in the starting of the class, I will take whatever doubt you have. But nobody is asking any question. And when I am taking the questions, then you have multiple doubt of the previous class. And you are asking exactly same question. Sir, what is the meaning of increment of 10%, decrement of 10%? Then that means you are not revising it properly. Or the second thing is, either you are not serious. Are you getting my point or not? So it's become difficult for me, because if everybody start asking the same thing what we have told in the previous class, it's become difficult for me also. So understand the logic. Asking question, I don't have any problem. You can ask n number of time. But don't ask me when, see, I have given you time, whatever doubt you have in the previous class, before starting the class, you can ask that doubt. I don't have any problem, I will explain. But in between the class, if you ask me the previous class questions or previous class concept, then it's become difficult for me. So understand, I am not against asking the question. You can ask genuine question like this question. A student asking is fine, they might not able to understand. I will explain twice, thrice, 5 times, no issue. But if you ask me, sir, how to find out 10% increment, 30% increment, 10% decrement, then I don't have anything to say. I can only say that become serious regarding your examination. Otherwise, CSAT will make sure you will not able to clear the prelims. Because CSAT paper is not easy now. It's a bit difficult one. So now I'm damn sure if you're not serious, you are not going to clear the CSAT paper, and that's become problematic for you guys during the prelims examination. So be serious. I'm not asking, that's why I told you give me 10 days. I have taken 2 class of percentage, and if you have read properly, if you have taken classes seriously, please repeat the number 32. I'm not getting your question, Bhavna. Please repeat the number 32G. Okay, might be you are saying something else, so you can just say your question, write your question properly. I'm not able to understand. Now question number 15. Okay? The question is, when a runner was crossing the 12-kilometer marks, she was informed that she has completed only 80% of the race. This is the question which I have taken in the first class. How many kilometer was runner supposed to run in the event? The same logic. The question is, When the runner covered 12 kilometers, she was informed that she has covered 80% of the distance. That means when you cover, suppose you are running and after covering 12 kilometers, you have been informed that you have covered 80% of distance. You have covered 80% of distance. So when 80% of distance is covered, that means that person has to cover 20% more. That means, okay, a student has given 50 as a right answer. Yes, great. So many of you have given 15 as a right answer. That means 20% more distance the person has to cover. So if 80% is equal to 12, so if we divide both sides by 4, why by 4 only? Because our aim is to get 100%. And how to get 100%? If I divide by 4, I will get 20%. 20% is equal to 3. 80% is equal to 12. If we add both the things, we can say that 100% is equal to 15. 100% is equal to 15. Okay? Already we have taken this question, so I am not repeating much. Now try question number 14. Now try question number 14. Question number 14 are A and B are two heavy steel blocks. If B is yes, Pooja is asking in that question if they will ask how many go for only for sightseeing, then the answer will be 50 minus 40, that means 10. That will be correct answer. That will be correct answer, Pooja. So your answer will be 10. That is correct one. Now try question number 14. A and B are two heavy steel blocks. If B is placed on the top of A, the weight increase by 60%. How much weight will reduce with respect to the total weight? Listen carefully, read the question carefully. You know everything, but the language is a bit difficult. Language, you require some kind of practice. What is the question? How much weight will be reduced with respect to total weight, not with respect to A or B, with respect to total weight of A and B if B is removed from the top of A? Try this question. Okay, let's try to do it. Abhishek, answer is 40%. Okay. I think 40% is the wrong answer. 40% is the wrong answer. You can again try it and read the question properly. They are asking with respect to total weight of A and B. A and B are two heavy steel blocks. If B is placed on the top of A, the weight increased by 60%. This is the question. Okay, suppose a block is there. This is block A and this is block B. What is given? If B is placed on top of A, the weight increase by 60%. That means, if suppose the weight of block A is 100, when B is placed, the weight increase by 60%. That means the weight of B will be 60 or not. That's why initially weight was 100, and now when B is placed, the weight become 160 or not. The weight become 160. Surveys has given the correct answer. A weight, suppose the weight of A was 100, when B is placed, the weight increased by 60%. That means the weight of B is 60% of weight of A or not. The weight of B is 60%. Suppose I have this this duster. When I place this plastic duster above this, the weight is increased by 60%. What is the meaning of this? That means this weight is 60% of this weight or not. That's why the weight is increasing by 60%. This is the another way to give the question. Now, if this weight is 100, this weight is 160. Now, this is clear. Now, what is the question? How much weight will reduce with respect to total weight? With respect to total weight, that means what will come here? The total weight with respect to, that means the question is how much weight will be reduced? How much percent of weight will be reduced? The question is how much percent of weight will be reduced with respect to total weight. That means in denominator or initial value is total weight. Why? Because they are asking with respect to total value. So I told you, like with respect to, whenever we are finding out any value with respect to that value. So like I told you example, your height is how much percent more than my height. So the respect is my height and you are finding out your height. So always my height will be the initial value. So here the initial value will be total weight, and the question is how much percent of weight will be reduced with respect to total weight if B is removed from the top of A. So if B is removed, so if B you will remove, so how much weight will reduce? Total weight is 160, now weight is 100. Now weight is 100, because when you remove V, what will happen? The total weight become 100 or not? So 100 minus 160 upon 160 into 100. So this become 60 upon 160 into 100. 3 upon 8 into 100, that will give us 37.5%. That will give us 37.5%. The reduced weight is 60. You can think like this also. The reduced weight is 60. Why 60? When you remove 60, B, the 60 kg is removed. With respect to total weight is 160 into 100. So either way you can think, and this is a simple problem but a conceptual one. If your concept is clear, you can simply apply the concept and you can find out the answer. Okay, let's take a break. After break, 1 or 2 concept is left. We will take that concept. And we will solve some more problem of the previous year. Okay, now try question number 13. Question number 13. The question is, a student has to get 40% marks to pass in an examination. Suppose he get 30 marks and fail by 30 marks. That means he is getting 30 marks and failing by 30 marks. Then what is the maximum marks in an examination? This is the same logic which we have discussed. Okay, now see, suppose this is total marks, 40% is your passing marks. 40% is passing marks, this is given in the question. Now you have to only interpret the statement number. Second, suppose he get 30 marks and fail by 30 marks. What is the meaning of this? What is the meaning of failing by 30 marks? Failing by 30 marks means how total weight will change. It will remain same because A plus B is 160 and always remain same. Isn't the question confusing? Total weight is always 160. Why, when total weight is changing? The question was, if B is removed, so with respect to total weight, how much it changed? How much it changed? Total weight was 160, but if you are removing one block, then how much percent it was changing? So I don't find anything confusing there, or you can elaborate your question, Gyan, if you have a still doubt. So this question is, a student is like getting 30 marks and fail by 30 marks. Suppose you can think like this, a student is there who is failing by 5 marks. What is the meaning of this? That means, if suppose passing marks is 105, he is getting 100 marks, what we will say? He failed the examination by 5 marks. That means, if he would have got 5 more marks, he would have been passed the examination or not? Same logic here, a person is getting 30 marks and failed the examination by 30 marks. That means, if he would have got 30 more marks, he would have been passed the examination or not? That means we can say this statement like this also. For passing the exam, we required 60 marks. For passing the examination, we required 60 marks. For passing the examination, we required 60 marks. Are you getting my point or not? For passing the examination, we required 60 marks. So 60 marks is required for pass the examination, and in term of percentage, it is given that 40% marks is the passing marks. So we can say that 40% of total marks is equal to 60. So total marks is equal to 60 upon 40 into 100. $150 is your answer. 150 is your answer. 120, how come 120 is coming? Let me again read the question. 30 marks. He get 30 marks and fail by 30 marks. And for passing 40 marks to pass, that means 60 marks is equal to 40% of total marks is equal to 60. No, the answer should be 150. The answer should be 150, not 120. Somewhere you guys are making mistake. The answer should be 150, not 120. Many of the students are given answer as 120, which is wrong. The correct answer is 150. See where you are making mistake. Okay? Any doubt you can ask right now, then we will move to the next question. If you have any doubt, you can ask right now. Okay. Now give question number 12. Try to solve question number 12. Try question number 12. Okay. So if you see, this question is a little bit lengthier one. Little bit lengthier one. The question is, in a city, just a minute. Yes. In a city, 12% of household earn less than rupees 30,000 per year. 6% of the household earn more than 2 lakh per year. And 22% household earn more than 1 lakh per year, and 990 household earn between 30,000 and 1 lakh per year. How many household earn between 1 lakh and 2 lakh per year? So this is a question, bit confusing one. A long statement is given, but I told you whenever a statement is long, that means the problem will be simple. Okay. So we have to categorize. The first statement is, in a city, 12% of household earn less than 30,000 per year. So 12% earn less than 30,000. This is the first statement. Now second statement is, 6% household earn more than 2 lakh per year. How many? 6%. 6% more than 2 lakh. Okay. Now 22% household earn more than 1 lakh per year. Third statement is, 22% earn more than 1 lakh. Okay. Now And 990 household earn between 30,000 and 1 lakh. 990 household earn between 30,000 and 1 lakh. Now we can make this statement like this. See, one is less than 30,000. Less than 30,000. The second category is 30,000 to 1 lakh. Third category is 1 lakh to 2 lakh, and then more than 2 lakh. Okay, the first statement is 12% earn less than 30,000. That means this value is given as 12%. Okay, then second statement is 6% earn more than 2 lakh. So this is given as 6%. Now the third one is 22% household earn more than 1 lakh per year. Now this is a confusing one. Why confusing one? They are not saying ki more than, or like a in between 1 lakh and 2 lakh. They are saying more than 1 lakh. That means this will cover everything. This will cover 1 lakh to 2 lakh as well as more than 2 lakh also. Because they are not saying in between 1 and 2 lakh. This is the only statement which is confusing in whole the scenario. This is the only statement which is confusing in whole the scenario. Otherwise all statements are simple one. So people make mistake here. They are not saying between 1 lakh and 2 lakh. They are saying that more than 1 lakh. That means this will cover everything. 22% are more than 1 lakh. And now it is given that 990 household earn between 30,000 and 1 lakh per year. That means 990 is this one. Is this one. Okay? Now the question is very simple. See, total value is equal to 100%. Total data should be equal to 100%. More than 1 lakh is 22%. Less than 30,000 is 12%. So if I subtract these two values from 100%, I will get this percentage or not? So this is 12%, this is 22%. Total is equal to 34%. So 34%, if I remove 34% out of 100%, how much I will get? I will get 66% or not? I will get 66% or not? So that means 66% is representing 990 value. That means 66% is representing 990 value. So what is 1% will be 990 upon 66, and 100% is equal to into 100. We can cut it down. Then 11, 2, 30, 15, this will be 1500. That means 100% value is equal to 1500. 100% is equal to 1500. Now what is the question? The question is, how many household earn between 1 lakh and 2 lakh per year? Now they are not asking more than 1 lakh, they are asking this value. So we know that from here total value is 22, more than 2 lakh is 6%, so this value will be 16% or not? This value will be 16%. That means we have to find out the value of 16%. So what is total value? Total value is 1500. We have to find out 16% out of this. 16% means 15% plus 1%. 10% of this number become 150 plus 5% of this number become 75. 1% of this number become 15. So 150 plus 90, it will become 240. It will become 240. So 240 should be the correct answer. So B is the correct answer of this question. This is not a difficult one, but a bit confusing one. A student make mistake here. They have given more than 1 lakh. That means the total value. So between 1 lakh to 2 lakh, only 16% will be there. This is a bit practice question. If you practice it, you will able to answer it. Now ask me if you have any doubt here. If you have any doubt, you can ask it. Please ask if you have any doubt. Two number x and y are respective. This any doubt? Then we will go to the next question. If you have a doubt, you can ask. Okay, now you can just put the question number 10th. Okay, I'm going to rough it. Try question number 10th. Two number x and y are respectively 20% and 28% less than third number. Two number x and y are respectively 20% and 28% less than third number z. By what percent the number y is less than the number x? By what percent the number y is less than the number x? Try question number 10th. We have already taken this kind of question in today's class itself. See, in such case what we have to do, we have to take third number is equal to 100. So let's take third number is equal to 100. Now x is 20% less and y is 28% less. So x become 80 and y become 72. because X is 20% less, Y is 28% less. By what percent is third number, or by what percent the number Y is less than number X? That means 72 is how much percent less than X or 80? 72, what is the question? The question is 72 is how much percent less than 80, because the question is asking the number Y is how much percent less than number X. So we know all this thing. Pooja is telling that instead of 240, the answer will be 264. I'm not sure like how you are going for 264. You can check the calculation. Answer should be 240 because 264 is not in the option also. 264 is not in the option, and I think I have done the correct calculation. If you have a doubt, Pooja, you can just tell me your process. Then I will tell you where you are making mistake. If you have a doubt, you can just tell me the process, calculation part, then I can tell you where you are making mistake. Answer should be 240 of the previous question, not 264. Okay, so the question is, Y is how much percent less than X? This is the question. Y is how much percent less than X? So now, how we can solve this question? How we can solve this question? Just try this, just give me a moment. Okay. So, already we know percent of less means they are asking percent of change, and this will be your initial value, this will be your final value. So answer will be 72 minus 80 upon 80 into 100. So minus 8 upon 80 into 100. This is equal to 10%. This is equal to 10%. So answer of 10th question is B, 10%. Try question number 9th. Try question number 9th. Question number 9th is, Anita's mathematics test has 70 problem carrying equal marks. 10 arithmetic, 30 algebra and 30 geometry questions are there. Although she answers 70% of arithmetic, 40% of algebra and 60% of geometry problems correctly, she did not pass the test because she get less than 60% marks. The number of more questions she would have to answer correctly to earn 60% passing marks is. Again a lengthy one, but a simple question. Again a lengthy one, but a simple question. Okay, now 70 problem are there. So we can consider each question has 1 marks or 10 marks or anything. So I am considering each question of 1 marks. That means total number of marks is 70. And how much she should score? Total 60% marks to pass. So that means out of this 60% marks required, 10% is 7, 60% is 42. So 42 marks required to pass the examination. Now how much marks she get? She has 10 arithmetic questions, 10 arithmetic, 30 algebra and 30 geometry. Out of 10 arithmetic, she has done 70% of the arithmetic. That means 7 questions she has done here. Out of algebra, 40%. That means 12 questions she has done here. And 60% of geometry, that means 18 questions she has done here. So total marks she has scored is 37. And how much marks required to pass the examination? 42. So how many more questions she has to do correctly? Simply 5 questions. Simply 5 questions. See, question is not difficult. Only we have to solve according to the given situation. We have to solve according to the given situation. Any doubt anybody have here? Any doubt anybody have? Otherwise we can move to the next problem. Try question number 8. Try question number 8. We are almost done the all previous year problem, and now you have at least idea what kind of question they are asking in the percentage. If your basic of percentage is clear, you can simply answer that. The question is, candidate in a competitive examination consists of 60% men and 40% women. Shashank is asking, sir, how 16%? Please tell me the question also, which question you are asking, because replies are coming late, so it's become difficult to understand which question you are asking. Question number 8. Candidate in a competitive examination consists of 60% men and 40% women. 70% men and 75% women clear the qualifying test and enter the final test, where 80% men and 70% women were successful. Which of the following statement is correct? Success rate is higher for women. Overall success rate is below 50%. More men clear the examination than women. Both A and B above are correct. So please try this question. The same logic, all data are given in percentage. We will try to take as 100, or according to the question we will change. So what is how we can solve? Let's take total candidate as 100. Out of this, 60% are men. That means 60 men are there and 40 women are there. Now, 70% men and 75% women clear the examination. If 70% men has cleared the examination, that means total 42 men has cleared the examination. And 75% of this is 20-30. That means 30 women has cleared the examination or enter the final test. Qualifying, they have cleared the qualifying test and enter the final test. Now, in the final test, 80% men and 70% women were successful. So 70% women finally were successful. That means 70% of this is 21 and 80% of this. Now, there is a problem here. The problem is, if we simply find out 80% of this number, that will come in decimal. That will come in decimal. Why in decimal? Because 10% is 4.2. So 80% is we have to multiply by 8. So it will come in point. It will come in point. So how to overcome this dilemma, or how to overcome this problem? We can simply increase a 0, because I told you when everything is given in the percentage, we can assume any value, or best way is assume 100. But when we are taking 100, one value is coming in decimal. So the better way is we can just increase 1 0 everywhere. So as soon as we will increase 1 0, the problem of decimal will be removed. The problem of decimal will be removed and nothing will change, everything will be same. So what is 80% of this number? 10% become 42. Now 80% become, we have to multiply by 8. 336. 336. What we have done? We have taken total student as 1000. Why 1000? Why not 100? Because when we are taking 100, we are getting is as a in decimal. The total number of students who clear men who clear the examination is coming in decimal. So to remove that decimal, we are taking that into, we have just increased 1 0 here. So this becomes 600, men become 600, female become 400. Out of 600, 70% has qualifying. So 70% of 600 is 420 and 75% of 400 is 300. Now out of this, 80% has finally cleared. 80% become 336 and 70% of this, that means 210. So that means final male who cleared the examination is 336. Final female who cleared the examination is 210. Okay, now we will move to the question. Which of the following statement is correct? Success rate is higher for women. So see, out of total 400, 210 female has finally cleared. So what is the success rate? Success rate is 210 upon 400 into 100. This is total number of who has cleared. This is total female. So total female percentage success rate is 52.5. What is the male success rate? 336 upon 600 into 100. This is 6. This is around 56%. So that means success rate is higher for women. First statement is wrong statement. Why? Because success rate in female is, how to find out success rate? Total number of female who pass the examination is 200 upon total female is 400. So 210 upon 400 into 100. We have solved, the answer is coming as 52.5. And when we have found out total number of male who has cleared the examination, 336 out of 600. So when we multiply, the answer is coming as 56% around. So that means success rate is more in male as compared to female. So first statement is wrong. Second statement is overall success rate is below 50%. So if you add both the value 336 and 210, so this will be more than 500 or not? This will be more than 500. That means out of 1000, more than 500 student has cleared the examination. That means success rate is more than 50%. Success rate is more than 50%. That means second statement is also wrong. Third statement, more men clear the examination than women. This is absolutely correct one, because total number of male who clear the examination is 336 as compared to 210 female. So the correct answer will be answer number C. C will be the correct one. So question is not difficult, but you have to find out the data, and if you find out the data, you can simply solve it. If you have any doubt, you can ask right now. If you have a doubt, you can ask right now. Otherwise, we will move to the problem. If you have a doubt, you can ask. I'm waiting for your questions. Now question number 7th. Please show on a screen. Question number 7th. The proportion of expenditure on various items by two families A and B represented in the following bar chart. Two bar chart are given. Family A, total expenditure is 20,000 per month. Family B, total expenditure is 1 lakh per month. Now it is given that family A expenditure on education is 20%, other item is 30%, and food is 50%. Whereas family B, 30% they put on education, 60% on other item, and 10% on food. 10% on food. Now try to give the answer. Okay, now the question is very simple. The question, first statement is family A spend more money on food than family B. So they are talking about food. Actually, what they are trying to do, they are trying to play with respect to percentage. If you see, the spend on the food on the family A is 50%, and they have shown the bigger graph, bigger part, whereas family B is only 10%. But I told you, percentage is always dependent on the base value. Percentage is dependent on the base value. Family A total expenditure is 20,000 per month. Family A total expenditure is 20,000 per month. That means family A is spending 50% on food. That means 10,000 rupees or not? What is given? Family A total expenditure is 20,000, and out of this family A is spending 50,000 on food. 50% on food, sorry. 50% on food. What is 50% of this? 50% of this is 10,000 rupees. Whereas family B total expenditure is 1 lakh rupees. Family B total expenditure is 1 lakh, and out of this family is spending 10% on food. That means this is also spending 10,000 rupees. This is kind of, you are comparing a very rich person and one very poor person. So rich person is spending less percentage, but the total amount is same, whereas the poor person is spending more percentage, but total amount is still 10,000 rupees. So what will be the correct answer? The correct answer will be family A and family B spend the same amount. But what students think? They see family A spending 50%, whereas family B spending only 10%. They will get confused. They will mark wrong option, and that's why UPSC has given this problem. Otherwise, this is very easy one. If you know, percentage is completely dependent on base value, and if you see the base value, you can find out the answer very easily. Sorry. Okay. Now one more type is left. Suppose the question is like this. Due to 20% increase in price of sugar, due to 20% increase in the price of sugar, a person is able to purchase 4 kg more sugar, 4 kg more sugar of 240 rupees. The question is, find the original price and new price of sugar. What is the question? Due to 20% increase in the price of sugar, a person is able to purchase 4 kg less sugar, more sugar. 20% increase, this should be less. Because when price increase, now the person is able to purchase less sugar. of 240 rupees. Find the original price and new price of sugar. Find the original price and new price of sugar. Try to understand the question first. I told you one thing, the price into consumption is equal to expenditure. The price into consumption is equal to expenditure. For example, suppose a person has 100 rupees, the price of sugar suppose is 20 rupees, now he can consume 5 kg sugar or not? Suppose he allocated the 100 rupees for sugar. So if price is 20 rupees, he can consume 5 kg sugar. But suppose if price is increased by 5 rupees, now price become 25. Now he will only able to consume 4 kg sugar or not? Because expenditure is remain same. $264 is in the option, and 12% plus 22% plus 6% become 40%, and then 990 becomes 60%. Okay. I will show the question number 12 again. I am not able to, देखो, you are making the same mistake which I have explicitly mentioned there, which you are making the mistake of question number 12. I will take it up again, don't worry. But listen very carefully. I know that you will make mistake there. That's why I am explicitly giving more emphasis on that part. Okay, student will make mistake there. But since you are not listening properly, and that's why you are making the mistake again and again, and 264 is not in the option. The first option is 250, second option is 240, third option is 230, and fourth option is 225. There was no option as 264, and the reason is very simple, because 264 is a wrong answer. And why? I have mentioned explicitly there. Many people will make mistake here, so please listen carefully. I will come to that question again, but please solve this thing first. So what I was explaining, that price into consumption is equal to expenditure. So if price is 20 rupees, consumption is 5 rupees, expenditure become 100 rupees. Okay? But when prices increase, if still the expenditure is 100 rupees, so consumption should decrease. So this is vice versa. If price is increasing, consumption is decreasing. Or if consumption is increasing, the price is decreasing. So both way it is true. So what exactly is the question? Initially, in 240 rupees, when the price of sugar was suppose some P, a person is able to purchase some sugar. But now what happened? The price is increased by 20%. And when the price is increased by 20%, the person is able to purchase 4 kg less sugar of rupees 240. Why? You know that when price is increased, now the consumption should decrease. And that's why consumption is decreasing. And how much consumption is decreasing? 4 kg consumption is decreasing. Now, there is a traditional method. There are so many shortcuts for this. First, I am going with the traditional method. So initially, suppose the price was P, consumption was C, expenditure was 240. From here, we can say that consumption is equal to 240 upon P. This is my first equation. I have taken price as P, consumption as C, and expenditure as 240. So consumption is equal to 240 upon P. This is the first statement. Now second one is, due to 20% increase in the price of sugar. When price of sugar increased by 20%, so I told you how to increase 20%. The first way is find out 20% of this and add into this. Second way is price in itself is 100%. When you increase 20% in the price become 120%. The price become 120%. That means price now become, both will come same way. Either you can find out 20% of this, add into this, or you can directly write price now become 120%. And suppose the consumption is CN. Consumption is CN and still this is 240. So from here we can say that I am writing here CN is equal to 240 upon P into 120 upon 100. P into 120 upon 100. Fine. Now we can solve it more easily. This 100 will come here and we can cancel out this thing 2. So Cn is equal to 200 upon P, a simple one. Now what is the question? Now the person is able to purchase 4 kg less sugar. That means the difference between these two should be equal to 4 kg or not? Because suppose today you are purchasing 10 kg sugar, tomorrow you are purchasing 6 kg sugar. So I can say that tomorrow you are purchasing 4 kg less sugar or not? So 4 kg less sugar means the difference between these two should be equal to the 4 kg or not? That means from here I can say that C minus Cn is equal to 4 kg. What is value of C? 240 upon P minus Cn is 200 upon P, that is equal to 4 kg. If I take P as a common, this will become 240 minus 200 is equal to 4. So P is equal to 10 rupees per kg I am getting. P is equal to 10 rupees per kg I am getting. This is the original price which we are getting. So if original price is, we get the price as 10 rupees per kg. We have expenditure total as 240. What is the consumption? Consumption will be 240 upon, okay, what we have to find out? We have to find out the price and new price. No need to find out the consumption. We have to find out the price. So price is 10 rupees per kg. This is the original price. What will be the new price? Increase 20%. That means new price will be 12 rupees per kg. New price will be 12 rupees per kg. I am repeating the whole question. The question is, due to 20% increase in the price of sugar, a person is able to purchase 4 kg less sugar. I told you, price into consumption is equal to expenditure. That means initially price was P, consumption was C. That means in 240 rupees with certain price, a person is able to consume certain sugar or certain kg of sugar. But now the price has increased and price is increased by 20%. So price was initially 100%. Now price increased by 20%. That means price become 120%. We have taken consumption as Cn and now this expenditure is not changing. This is still 240. So from here we can say that Cn is equal to 240 upon, we have solved, this is coming as 200 upon P. This is from here itself, Cn is equal to 240 upon P into 120 upon 100. And when we solve, this is coming as 200 upon P. And now the person is able to purchase 4 kg less sugar. That means the difference between two consumption is 4 kg. When difference is equal to 4 kg, we can just put C from first equation. First equation is 240 upon P. This will come as 240 upon P. Cn will come as 200 upon P. We have just solved. P is coming as 10 rupees per kg. Take your time. Take your time. If you have a doubt, you can ask. If you have a doubt, you can ask. There is shortcut of this question also. We can do it without pen and pencil. There is shortcut also. I will tell that. This is the long way how we can solve by making two equations. This is the one way to solve. We can solve by the other way also. Okay. Now we can solve by the other way also. The other way is the price is increased by 20%. And now the person is able to purchase 4 kg less sugar of rupees 240. So when price is increased by 20%, so see what happened. Since price is increasing by 20%, so the person is able to purchase 4 kg less sugar or not? That means this 4 kg should be equal to 20% increase price or not? That's why, because that 20% increase and he is able to purchase 4 kg less or not? He is able to purchase 4 kg less or not? That means whatever 20% increase in the price is there, that should be equal to 4 kg or not? So we can simply say 240, the 20% of this number is, 20% of this number is 48. 20% of this number is 48. That means when 48 rupees price is increased, the person is able to purchase 4 kg less sugar. 4 kg less sugar. So that means from here we can say that the price of 1 kg is equal to 12 rupees. The price of 1 kg is equal to 12 rupees. But be aware here, this is the new price. Why new price? Because we are talking about 20% increment. We are talking this price is 20% increment. So we can say that the price of 1 kg is 12 rupees. This is the increased price. So increased price is what? Increased price is 20% more than the original price, and this is equal to 12. So what is original price? Original price is 10 rupees per kg. So without pen and pencil you can do it by concept. But if you don't understand this method, you can go by traditional method, because I told you now the aim is not to get the 180 or 190 marks, but the aim is to get the or to clear the examination, to clear the cutoff. That is only 67, 68 marks, which is very simple one if you apply properly all the logic. Okay, so what we have done, 20% increment, 4 kg less sugar. That means this 20% increase in the price should be equal to 4 kg of sugar. We have just increased 20%, that is equal to 48. So 48 is equal to 4 kg. So 1 kg price is 12 rupees. This is increased price. The original price we can find out. Okay, in UPSC one question came in this logic. We will solve that question. Just a minute. Question number 19. Question number 19. Please show on a screen. As a result of 25% hike in the price of rice per kg, a person is able to purchase 6 kg less rice for rupees 1200. What is the original price of rice per kg? Try to find out the answer. Try to find out the answer. Now, first we will do without pen and pencil. 25% hike, the person is able to purchase 6 kg less rice. So what is 25% of 1200? 25% is simply 300 or not? 25% is 300. So that means in 300, the price is increased by 300 and now the person is able to purchase 6 kg less rice. That means the price of 6 kg is equal to 300, the price of 1 kg is equal to 50 rupees. But this is the new price. This is the new price. What is the question? Find out the original price. So if original price is P, the new price is 25% more. So 25% more means 125% or not? If original price is P, so 25% more means 125% of P, and this is equal to, 50 rupees. So what is the value of P? 50 into 100 upon 125. 40 rupees. The answer will be 40 rupees. This is if you are able to understand the second way, we can do it without pen and pencil. This calculation part, you can do it. Then, apart from this, we can solve by the traditional method also. That also won't take much time. That also won't take much time. Okay. What is the traditional method? The price into consumption is equal to expenditure, that is equal to 1200. So from here we can say consumption is equal to 1200 upon P. This is the first equation. The second part is price is increased by 25%. So when price is increased by 25%, that means now the price become 125% and consumption becomes Cn. So from here we can say that Cn is equal to 1200 upon into 5 upon 4. We have just solved this into P. Into P. If we cut 1500 upon P. This is coming as 1500 upon P. You can just solve it. Now what is the question? Now price increase, the person is able to purchase 6 kg less. That means the C minus Cn is equal to 6 kg. So from here we can say that the value of C is 1200. Okay, just a moment. as a result of 25% hike in the rice, a person is able to purchase 6 kg less rice. So now the new consumption will be less. So C minus Cn is fine, but I think some calculation mistake we have doing. Okay, yes, calculation mistake is there. That's why this is coming wrong. This will come as 5 and this will come as 4. Okay, that's why we are getting the wrong thing. 1200 upon P into 5 upon 4, and this will come as 1200 into 4 upon P into 5. 5 2s are 10, 240. This will come as 960 upon P. 960 upon P. So 1200 upon P minus 960 upon P is equal to 6. This will come as P and 40, 240. 240 upon P is equal to 6. P is equal to 240 upon 6. 40 rupees per kg. We are getting directly value of P here. So it's not a lengthy one, but it will take time. It will take time, but a simple one. So either you can go by traditional method or you can go by without pen and pencil. That's your choice, but we can simply solve this kind of question. Any doubt you can ask? Any doubt you can ask? Okay. Now question number 12. Again some student has doubt there. Let me take that. The question is, in a city 12% where students are making mistake. The statement is 12% are less than 30,000. Okay. Now it is given that 6% earn more than 2 lakh. 6% earn more than 2 lakh. Fine. Then 22% earn more than 1 lakh. Listen carefully. They are not saying 22% earn in between 1 lakh and 2 lakh. They are saying 22% earn more than 1 lakh. So when they are saying more than 1 lakh, that means they will cover this part as well as this part also. That means they will cover in between 1 to 2 lakh as well as more than 2 lakh also. Are you getting my point or not? The statement, and that's why I have explicitly mentioned there while giving the solution, ki people are making the mistake there, students are making this mistake here, and this is the only tricky statement. I have mentioned everything, but still you guys are making the mistake. What was the question? The question is not saying that 1 lakh and 2 lakh, the student, like the person who earn between 1 lakh and 2 lakh are 22%. They are not saying this statement. They are saying that the household who earn more than 1 lakh are 22%. That means more than 1 lakh means that will cover in between 1 lakh to 2 lakh as well as more than 2 lakh also. That means total value is 22%. And if we have to find out what is the household who are earning 1 lakh to in between 1 lakh and 2 lakh, that will come as 16%. How come 16%? More than 1 lakh is 22%. More than 2 lakh is 6%. That means in between this value will be 16%. Now I think I have made it clear. Where you guys are making mistake, the question is not saying, because they have mentioned explicitly everywhere the question is saying the person who earns more than 1 lakh are 22%. So when they are saying more than 1 lakh, that means that will cover in between 1 lakh to 2 lakh as well as more than 2 lakh also. And we have one value more than 2 lakh are 6%. So if total are 22, then in between 1 lakh to 2 lakh will be 16%. I hope I am making some sense here. And you can check, there are no option as a 264. 264 is not in the option. You have shown the question number 12? 264 is not in the option. And why it is not in the option? If I will be an examiner, I will definitely give 264 as an option. Because I know that most of the students will mark wrong option. Why? Because they will not read the statement very carefully. Now ask if you have a doubt here. Now ask if you have a doubt here. If you still have a doubt, you can ask right now. If you have a doubt, you can ask right now. Okay, I hope this is clear now. One homework I have given yesterday, the question was, the population of a country is increased by X% in 2019. So, suppose in the starting of the 2019, some population was there, and then it is increased by X%. Now in 2020, because of some pandemic, the population, such successive increment decrement question of XY also please discuss. Just tell me which question you are saying. I'm not, successive increment decrement already we have taken, so I'm not sure like what you are asking. Successive increment decrement question of XY also please discuss. So already we have discussed successive increment question and decrement question. So just let me know, and still some part of percentage is left, so I will take tomorrow. I hope you are asking this question itself. So what happened? 2019 is starting, some population was there, that will increase by X%. So in 2020, what happened? The population decrease in such a way, the population decrease Y% in such a way that now is equal to the population of starting of 2019. So the question was whether X will be more than Y or what. So how we can do this? See, suppose any number was 100, if we increase this number by 25%, this number become 125. Suppose this is the population at the starting of 2019 and this is the population at the starting of 2020. Now, at 2020, the population decreased by Y% in such a way that it will now equal to 100 itself. It is given in the question. So understand here, now the increment was of 25. The increment was of 25, that is equal to 25% of this number. And if I have to make the population equal to the starting of 2019, that means I have to decrease the population by 25. Listen carefully. That means I have to decrease the population by 25. This is absolute number. But what will happen in terms of percentage? But what will happen in terms of percentage? Try to understand. In terms of number, this is 25 decrement. But in term of percentage, see, this is case of successive increment or decrement. Initially the increment occur at 100, that's why the increment was 125. But now the decrement occur at 125, so what will happen? The percentage will be now only 20%. See, the number is remain same, 25 increment, 25 decrement. But why percent is changing? Because initially we were finding out percent with respect to 100, and now because of successive decrement occur, so we are finding out percentage with respect to 125. So always understand this base will be less and this base will be more. So when base is less, the percentage will be always be more, and when base is more, the percentage will be always be less. So in any case you can take any value, always x will be more than y, and this is the conceptual question which UPSC can ask in the examination. This is the conceptual question which UPSC can ask in the examination. I hope I am making sense. I hope I am making sense. If you have a doubt, you can ask. Again, it's a sincere request, sir. Whatever doubt you will have, just tomorrow before starting of the class, just put your doubt there. I will take each and everything. Please revise thoroughly. Becoming an IAS is not a problem. Anybody can become an IAS, but the problem is what? The problem is you want to become an IAS without discipline, without punctuality, without honesty, without any quality. You just, whatever you are, you just want to become an IAS. This is not possible, sir. This is not possible. If you want to become, if you want to clear the civil service examination, then certain qualities are required. I told you, you have to be very disciplined. Whatever topic I am taking today, you have to cover today itself. If you cover after 5 days, everything will be gone. So please understand, the path is not difficult, the path is easy, but you have to follow it rigorously. You have to follow it very rigorously. Clearing any examination is not difficult task. The student who clear and the student who don't clear, what is the difference between them? The difference are very simple. The student who clear, they are punctual, they are disciplined, they know the value of their time, they always work on time, so they know the qualities of an IAS officer. They know that if tomorrow I have to become an IAS, what quality I have to inculcate today. And then they will clear any of the examination. So it's my sincere request, if you want to really clear the examination, be sincere, be attentive in the class. If you just listen and here and there, because online class is not an easy one. So much distractions are there. You are listening the class, along with that you are reading the newspaper. Okay, let me read the Hindu also. Okay, so set your priorities, work on that. I'm damn sure you will able to clear. If you have done the 3 classes properly, I'm damn sure you are able to solve most of the problems of the previous year. The problems are not difficult, the statements are difficult. If you understand the statement, you are able to simply solve the problems. So please, is a request, become disciplined, become punctual. Don't focus on your goal, just focus on your target. What I have to do today, what part I have to cover, and just 5-10 days more, and I'm damn sure you are able to solve most of the problem of the UPSC examination. So please, whatever doubt you will have, just before starting of the class tomorrow, you can send to the class coordinator, he or she will send to me, I will take it up, and almost this is finished. Tomorrow I will take profit and loss along with the some other topic of percentage which is left. So we will cover tomorrow percentage and we will start the profit and loss. Thanks for today. Let's meet tomorrow at same time.